Good morning, guys. Today, Will Smith shares with us another rule for success, one of his favorites, and Evan Carmichael's favorite as well, and that is make a choice. So, Will Smith goes on to tell us that he truly believes that by making choices, he can create anything he wants in life. He wants to represent possibility, he wants to represent the magic of what we really are through that one thing, making a choice. And I love this because for me, determination stands for making a choice and following up and never giving up until you see that choice through. And so Will Smith gives us an example of how he believes he can create anything by studying it, by learning it, by being relentless in it. But it all starts with a choice. You have to make a choice to improve you so that you can improve your life and those around you. And it's possible. Have a great morning, everyone.
Legs crossed, back straight, eyes closed, breathing in through our noses and out through our mouth. Bringing our energy in control, our thoughts in control. At any given moment in time, we take control of our breathing. We take control of our thoughts. So right now, let's see ourselves. Let's see it in our minds so clearly that it feels real. Let's see ourselves doing the best we can on all the exercises and stretches and movements we do today together.
Football, if a little risky from Alexis. That's a nice touch from Leo Messi out to Dani Alves. Back to Messi. Great change of pace from Leo Messi. Still Leo Messi.
Most people pray for financial breakthrough, but keep repeating the same habits that keep them broke. They ask God to bless their money and their business, yet never follow the principles that actually create wealth. The truth is simple and uncomfortable. Faith without wisdom and discipline rarely changes financial results. The Bible already teaches how to grow, multiply, and manage money, but most believers were never shown how to apply those principles in today's economy. While inflation rises and opportunities change, God's financial system still works when followed consistently. What if 1 year from now your debt was smaller, your savings bigger, your investments growing, and your income higher, not by luck, but by following a clear biblical roadmap? If you like our content, consider supporting our ministry through the link in the description. In this video, you'll discover God's 12-month money system, simple habits that help you make money, build wealth, and walk in financial wisdom month by month. Biblical awareness. Knowing where your money really goes. Most people struggle with money not because they don't make enough, but because they don't truly know where it's going. The Bible already warned about this in Proverbs 27:23. Be sure you know the condition of your flocks. Give careful attention to your herds. In today's world, flocks and herds look like paychecks, bills, subscriptions, and daily spending. When someone ignores their financial reality, money quietly slips through their fingers, month after month, without them even noticing. Awareness is the first step to mastering business and learning how to make money wisely. Jesus himself taught the importance of understanding what you have before making decisions. In Luke 14:28, he said that a man should sit down and count the cost before building a tower. Financial freedom starts with counting, not guessing. This means tracking income, writing down expenses, and seeing clearly what is coming in and what is going out. A simple spreadsheet, A budgeting app or even a notebook can become powerful tools of transformation. When people finally face their numbers, they often discover leaks that have been silently draining their future. In practical terms, this awareness looks like reviewing the last 6 months of spending line by line. Coffee runs, food delivery, impulse online purchases, and forgotten subscriptions usually add up to hundreds of dollars. Many are shocked when they realize how much money is being spent on things that bring little long-term value. This is not about guilt, it's about clarity. As Ecclesiastes 7:12 reminds us, wisdom preserves life, and financial wisdom preserves wealth. Once clarity comes, better decisions naturally follow. Another key part of biblical awareness is knowing your net worth, what you own versus what you owe. Proverbs 22:7 says the borrower is servant to the lender, showing how debt quietly controls people's lives. Listing assets like savings, investments, retirement accounts, and even property next to liabilities like credit cards, loans, and unpaid bills gives a real picture of progress or bondage. This single exercise often becomes a wake-up call that shifts how someone handles money and business moving forward. Many successful entrepreneurs and investors make this a monthly habit. They treat financial tracking like a CEO reviews company reports. Just as a business cannot grow without knowing its numbers, personal finances can't grow without visibility. Tools like budgeting apps, bank trackers, or personal finance books such as The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey or Your Money or Your Life by Vicki Robin can help build this habit. Knowledge brings confidence, and confidence leads to better financial actions. As awareness increases, something powerful happens internally. People stop feeling out of control and start feeling empowered. They move from reacting to bills to intentionally directing their money. This new clarity naturally leads to a deeper question. Now that you see where your money goes, how should it be organized in a way that honors God and builds wealth wisely?
Good afternoon, guys. Making choices is the most powerful thing we've been gifted to be able to do. And it all originates with our thoughts, our mindset. What is taking place in our mind in terms of what thought energies we're allowing into our mind, and then what we do with those energies. So think about it very carefully. What is it that you are thinking and then saying? Because what you say is really a symbol of what you're thinking. So once we understand that power, and once we understand how every decision or every thought impacts everything around us, once we take responsibility of that, we become really empowered to make those decisions that are going to improve our life. So remember that your choice, making a choice in itself and being decisive, will put you on that path to becoming your true great self. Have a great afternoon, everyone.
Dani Alves, good pass, Messi! Can't keep him off the score sheet.
And that's exactly what the next step is all about. God's order for spending, saving, and preparing for the future. Once awareness is built, the next biblical step is bringing order to money. Scripture makes it clear that God is a God of order, not chaos, as seen in 1 Corinthians 14:40. Financial chaos often shows up as spending without a plan, saving whatever is left, which is usually nothing, and constantly reacting to emergencies. When someone brings structure to their money and business, stress begins to decrease and progress accelerates. Order is what turns income into wealth and helps people make money consistently instead of just surviving paycheck to paycheck. The Bible gives a powerful principle in Proverbs 21:5, which says that diligent planning leads to abundance, while haste leads to poverty. In practical life, this looks like creating a simple spending plan where money is intentionally divided. Many follow something similar to a 50-30-20 approach, covering needs, enjoying life responsibly, and preparing for the future through saving and investing. While the percentages can vary, the principle remains biblical. Provide for today, enjoy God's blessings, and prepare for tomorrow. This balance is what protects families and builds long-term financial strength. One of the first priorities in God's financial order is building a small emergency fund. Proverbs 6 speaks of the ant storing provisions in summer for winter. teaching preparation before crisis arrives. Setting aside even $1,000 to $2,000 creates a buffer that prevents people from falling back into debt when unexpected expenses appear. This single habit often breaks the cycle of constantly borrowing and feeling trapped. It's a small start that leads to massive peace of mind. Next comes intentionally attacking high-interest debt. Credit cards, personal loans, and other high-interest balances quietly steal future wealth every month. Romans 13. 8. Encourages believers to owe no one anything except love, reminding us that freedom grows when obligations shrink. Practically, this could mean paying extra on the smallest debt first for motivation or focusing on the highest interest rate to save more money long-term. Both methods work. The key is consistent progress. At the same time, preparing for the future through investing becomes part of God's order. Ecclesiastes 11:2 advises diversifying investments, teaching wisdom and spreading risk. For many today, this can look like contributing to retirement accounts, investing in broad market funds like S&P 500 index funds, or even learning about strong long-term companies such as Apple, Microsoft, or Amazon. The goal is not quick riches, but steady growth that allows money to work while you sleep. As structure replaces chaos, people begin to feel the difference almost immediately. Bills are no longer surprises. Savings starts growing automatically, and financial anxiety slowly fades. This organized flow of money builds momentum. But order alone isn't enough. Without discipline, even the best plan falls apart. And that's where the next habit becomes the real game changer. Discipline that multiplies, turning plans into daily habits. Creating a plan for money is powerful, but the Bible teaches that plans only succeed when paired with discipline. Proverbs 12:11 says that those who work their land will have abundant food, but those who chase fantasies lack sense. In modern life, working the land looks like consistently following through on financial habits, tracking expenses, sticking to a budget, and making intentional choices every day. Many people start strong but quit when things feel uncomfortable. Discipline is what separates those who talk about wealth from those who actually build it. Jesus often emphasized faithfulness in small things. In Luke 16:10, he taught that whoever is faithful with little will be faithful with much. When someone practices managing small amounts of money wisely, even $50 saved here or $100 invested there, they develop the character needed to handle larger sums later. This is why daily habits matter more than the big one-time financial moves. Wealth is rarely built in a moment. It is built through thousands of small, wise decisions over time. In real life, discipline means adjusting when things don't go perfectly. Some months expenses run higher, unexpected bills appear, or income fluctuates. Instead of quitting, disciplined people adapt. They shift spending from one category to another, reduce unnecessary purchases, and keep moving forward.
Good evening, guys. I want to share with you a personal example of my path to living, laughing, and loving my way to infinite mind wealth. And this comes from my eldest daughter, who reminded me of some of the things that we often talk about. And as you know, I'm very passionate about developing my mind and helping people do the same for themselves. And I was feeling a little bit insecure. There was, I think my daughter had made a comment on social media on one of my postings, and I jokingly said to her, half jokingly, but half of it was vulnerable and insecurities on my end. I said to my daughter, you didn't say to Daddy that you loved him. You said it to Mommy, but not to Daddy. And then she just looked at me and said, Daddy, the thing that you always talk about that you remind me of? What are you thinking, Daddy? You know how I feel about you. And then so I realized she's right. I got to take my own advice. So thank you, sweetie. Have a great evening, everyone.
Just like a business constantly adjusts strategy based on results, personal finances require flexibility within structure. This mindset keeps people progressing instead of giving up. One powerful habit is automating good financial decisions. Proverbs 13:11 reminds us that wealth grows little by little. Setting up automatic transfers to savings accounts, investment platforms, and debt payments ensures progress even on busy or emotional days. For example, someone might automatically invest into an S&P 500 fund each paycheck, send money to a high-yield savings account, and schedule extra payments toward credit cards. Automation removes temptation and builds consistency. Discipline also includes controlling impulses. Modern culture constantly pushes people to spend new gadgets, flashy cars, and lifestyle upgrades. But Proverbs 25:28 compares a person without self-control to a city with broken walls. Without boundaries, money flows out as fast as it comes in. Simple habits like waiting 24 hours before big purchases, limiting unnecessary subscriptions, and choosing long-term goals over short-term pleasure make a massive difference in financial outcomes. Over time, disciplined habits create momentum. Savings grow, debt shrinks, investments compound, and confidence rises. What once felt hard becomes normal. This steady progress prepares the ground for something even bigger. Not just managing money better, but actually increasing how much money comes in. And that's exactly what the next step focuses on. Increasing your income. God's way. Value, favor, and negotiation. While discipline protects money, growth comes when income increases. The Bible consistently connects provision with diligence and value. Proverbs 22:29 says that a skilled worker will stand before kings, not before common men. In today's world, this means that those who develop rare and valuable skills naturally earn more and open doors to better business opportunities. Instead of only cutting expenses, God's system also focuses on expanding what comes in, learning how to make money by becoming more valuable to the marketplace. Practically, this starts with improving skills that are in high demand. Fields like digital marketing, sales, coding, project management, and financial analysis often lead to higher income. Reading books such as Atomic Habits by James Clear or Deep Work by Cal Newport helps build focus and mastery. Taking online courses, earning certifications, or volunteering for challenging projects at work can quickly increase earning potential. The more problems someone can solve, the more money tends to flow their way. Another biblical principle is favor and boldness. James 4:2 says, "Many do not have because they do not ask." Many people quietly hope for raises, promotions, or better opportunities, but never speak up. Learning to respectfully negotiate salary, freelance rates, or business contracts is a skill that can instantly boost income. For example, researching average pay for similar roles and presenting documented achievements can lead to thousands of extra dollars per year with one conversation. Entrepreneurs understand this deeply. Business owners constantly look for ways to increase value, improving products, offering better service, or reaching new customers. Someone running an online store, for instance, could improve product photos, optimize pricing, or advertise through social media to increase sales. A service provider might package services into higher value offers or upsell premium options. Small adjustments often lead to big income jumps. The Bible also teaches multiplication through stewardship. In the parable of the talents, in Matthew 25, the servants who invested and multiplied what they were given were rewarded. The one who played it safe and did nothing lost even what he had. God honors those who take wise action with what he provides. Increasing income isn't greed, it's stewardship when done with integrity and purpose. As income rises, new opportunities appear. Extra money can be saved, invested, and used to build businesses that generate even more income. But simply earning more isn't enough if money just sits idle. The next step is learning how to put that money to work so it multiplies. And that's where real wealth begins to accelerate. Making your money work for you. Biblical investing and growth. At some point, people realize that working harder alone will never create lasting wealth. The Bible reveals a deeper principle in Ecclesiastes 11:4, teaching that those who wait for perfect conditions will never plant or harvest. In modern terms, this speaks directly to investing. Many people keep all their money sitting in savings out of fear, missing the opportunity for growth. God's wisdom encourages action, putting resources to work so they multiply over time instead of staying stagnant. Jesus illustrated this clearly in the parable of the talents. The servants who invested what they were given doubled it, while the one who buried his money out of fear lost everything. This shows that growth requires movement, not hiding. Today, this can look like investing in broad market funds such as S&P 500 index funds, which historically grow over time, or owning shares in strong companies like Apple, Microsoft, and Google. These investments allow money to grow quietly while people focus on work and business. One of the greatest forces God built into the financial world is compound growth. Proverbs 13:11 reminds us that wealth grows little by little. When someone consistently invests even a few $100s a month, over years it can turn into hundreds of thousands or even millions. For example, investing $500 monthly into long-term funds for 30 years can build over $1 million through compounding alone. This is not luck. It's the biblical principle of steady sowing and patient harvest. Investing also teaches faith and wisdom together. Markets rise and fall, and that uncertainty scares many people. But Proverbs 3:5 encourages trusting the Lord rather than leaning on fear. Wise investors don't panic during downturns. They continue investing, knowing that time smooths volatility. Learning basic investing principles through books like The Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins or The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham can remove fear and build confidence. Beyond stocks, some people grow wealth through real estate, businesses, or dividend investments that produce regular income. Rental properties, for instance, can generate monthly cash flow while increasing in value. Dividend-paying stocks send money every quarter, creating passive income streams. These approaches align with biblical stewardship, building assets that produce fruit over time instead of only relying on wages. As money begins to grow and multiply, a powerful shift happens. People move from chasing every paycheck to building systems that generate income consistently. But there is an even higher level of freedom, creating multiple streams of income and operating with an abundance mindset. And that's exactly what the next habit unlocks. Topico 6. Multiple streams and abundance mindset, building wealth with purpose. God never designed his people to rely on a single source of provision. Ecclesiastes 11:2 encourages spreading resources across different investments because no one knows what trouble may come. In today's world, this principle points directly to building multiple income streams. Depending on only one paycheck leaves people vulnerable, but combining salary, investments, and side businesses creates stability and faster wealth growth. This is how many successful entrepreneurs and investors truly make money long-term. Practically, this can look like starting a small online business, offering freelance services, investing in dividend stocks, renting property, or creating digital products. Someone might sell products through e-commerce platforms, offer consulting based on their skills, or build a YouTube channel that generates ad revenue. Even simple side hustles like tutoring, graphic design, or managing social media accounts can grow into strong income streams over time. The key is starting small and staying consistent. The Bible also connects wealth with purpose and generosity. Proverbs 11:25 says that those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed. Giving isn't just charity, it's a mindset of abundance. When people operate believing there is always more than enough, they make better financial decisions. They take smart risks, invest with confidence, and don't cling to money out of fear. This abundance mindset is often what separates those who struggle from those who prosper. Regular giving also keeps the heart aligned with God rather than wealth itself. Whether it's supporting ministries, helping families in need, or donating to causes that matter, generosity builds trust in God's provision. Many successful business owners testify that consistent giving transformed how they view money, shifting from scarcity to stewardship. This biblical rhythm of earning, growing, and giving creates financial peace and long-term success. Another powerful principle is focus and perseverance. Proverbs 13:4 teaches that the soul of the diligent is richly supplied. Many people start side hustles but quit too soon when results don't appear immediately. Wealth building requires patience. Whether it's growing a business, building investments, or learning new skills, sticking with one path long enough allows compounding to work, both financially and personally. When multiple income streams combine with disciplined habits, wise investing, and a generous heart, financial momentum becomes unstoppable. People move from surviving to thriving, from stress to confidence, and from limitation to freedom. And now that every major habit has been built, it's time to bring everything together into a powerful message of transformation. If you've been waiting for a financial miracle, let this be the moment you realize that God's system works through daily wisdom, discipline, and intentional action. Every habit you learn today has the power to transform how you handle money, grow your business, and truly make money in a way that lasts.
back to controlling our breathing. Back to controlling our minds. Feel the power of your heart beating faster right now. Your heart, that's the power of determination. Your heart always knows what's best. Your heart can feel and sense things that your mind cannot. That they both need each other equally. When our minds, hearts, bodies unite,